Good morning, everyone. What happened? Our TV just cut out. Cut back in.
sore, these
Yeah,
ones in my ribs.
really. Might be from that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch my hands. Back of the hand forward. The whole body is spiraling inward toward the Danchin. Spiral. I mean, in a sense, you don't even do it on purpose. You're just relaxing and following the natural lines. And it's the same thing when you're coming up. You spiral. when you do this exercise, actually when you do any of the exercises, but especially on this one, you sink into the blue stripe. This is your hip joint. You're going to close the hip joint, and your chi is going to go down through your body, through the hip, and down through the leg, especially the inside of the leg, to the foot. Now on the red side, the red side closes, and you sink the chi all the way down to the bottom of the foot. So when you do these exercises, this one's a good example. Your pace should match where your chi's at that morning. Sometimes you get up and you're really ready to go and you're really moving, but a lot of times when you get up, things are really slow. So follow yourself. Listen to your chi inside, go all the way down to the bottom of your foot. Then the other side goes. Now, when we go on to the next one, see if you can feel where the chi is going. So that's the upper one. Now we're going to do the middle one, then we'll do the lower one. So this is the middle one. So give me some feedback. Where is your chi going?
I feel like it splits and goes down both of them.
It does. It goes down both legs. And in order to do that, you have to sink in both gua. You have to flex those hip joints, because if they stay unflexed, they stay kind of stiff, it stops the chi from flowing, right? So both are sinking. First the red and then the blue. Now both are sinking. First the blue and then the red. So the hip joints that we just talked about and the chi going all the way down to the feet. That's like the pedestal. That's the foundation. Where is the chi going? What channel, what meridian are you massaging right now? Yeah, the one that goes around your waist, the daimai. So when I'm gathering the chi and bringing it into the daimai around the waist, and where does it go? Well, that's why my hand is moving. My hand is following the chi. Is following the chi. And where does the chi go? It goes inside, and it's going to spin all the way around to meet my hand again. It's going all the way. Now it's around my back, now it's coming out my front, now it meets my hand over here. So the physical body is only turning about 90 degrees. It's turning from about here to here. But your energy body is going all 360 degrees. And if you let that 360-degree rotation move up and down your spine, you're probably going to, like me, you're going to get a lot of spontaneous spinal adjustments. Pop, 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 crack, 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 just like Annie is demonstrating now. All right? This is actually a different exercise, but they're so close, they're almost exactly the same thing. Now the lower one, all right? See if you can figure out what's going on inside. So in all of these exercises, when you're working with heaven above, you're gathering yang qi, yang qi, yang qi. Right? When you're working the middle, you're gathering some yang qi and some yin qi. So you're gathering a mixture.
I always think of a beautiful forest.
Thinking of a forest or of all its animals, it's exactly like in Star Wars, right? The force is something that all of life creates. So you're gathering the chi from life. Forests, animals, humans, even yourself. Right?
No, I prefer forest.
Annie prefers forest.
Yes.
Now, when you go low into the earth,
Yes.
what kind of chi are you picking up?
Yin chi.
Yin chi.
Yes. I pull it up the inner channels of my leg, and it just fills up my danshan. It feels so good.
That's That's exactly what it is. Exactly what Annie just said. You're scooping up yin qi out of the earth and bringing it up the yin channels of the leg, the inside of the leg, to the dantian, filling the dantian, fill, and then relax. And then again, gather, breathe in, relax. Gather, breathe in, relax. All right? This business with the hands and the thumbs, I sort of picked this up while we're doing these video classes just to demonstrate, right? You bring it up and then relax back into the dantian. Right? Bring it up, relax. When you bring it up to the dantian, but actually the whole upper body fills with yin qi. So all these exercises, but this one in particular that we're doing, you can really feel how synchronizing your breath work with the movement is really powerful. When you gather yin qi from earth, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Right? When you breathe in, it's called, the English translation is packing. It's just like packing something you're going to ship to someone. You're packing the chi into every part of the body. Packing the body, and now let the body just relax, 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 relax. Right? And again, breathe in, breathe out. All right. Personally, I find this practice the most powerful of all the practices.
Yeah, me too.
But it's, in a lot of ways, it's also the most subtle.
I just feel it's the most direct.
It's the most direct. It's, in a lot of ways, the simplest. But there are things that you got to know and that you got to do, right? And the breathing and packing is a big part of that. And when you get done with an hour of this, if you've done it right, you should feel good, right? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we've gathered yang qi from heaven, yin qi from earth, and mixed yin and yang from life. Right? Now you're going to mix all that. You're going to mix all that together, and you're going to mix that new qi with your old qi inside. So you're just mixing up. Master Zhang used to say, "Is inside you make a Chinese dumpling." All right, you're mixing water and rice flour. What's the dantian doing? Right? The dantian's doing the same thing. Right? So I've got two hemispheres, and those hemispheres are rotating around each other. and you're sinking in the qua on each side. And reverse. Now, you don't have to do both directions, forward and back, but we do because there's a reason. In addition to the dantian spinning first forward and then in reverse, you're also spinning your microcosmic orbit. The microcosmic orbit goes from the perineum all the way up the back, over the top of the head, down the front, back to the perineum. So now I'm spinning it in this direction. And when I reverse, I'm spinning it in the other direction. Any of these exercises, you can also do that. You should do that. The lagum on the chest. Let all your inner tension flow into your hands. And shake it out. Breathe in, and when you breathe out into your hands. This exercise, you can do it touching yourself. I prefer to do it about 6 or 8 inches off my body. This is called washing the 5 organs: lungs, liver, kidneys,
Pancreas.
spleen, pancreas. You're just washing them with qi
I prefer touching.
or touching.
It gives me a chance to pet myself.
It is like petting yourself. And reverse. reverse. Do the microcosmic orbit. Cleaning out the Ren channel in the front of the body. It's the front of the microcosmic orbit. Then lace the fingers together, reach right through the physical body, and clean out the dew meridian along this back of the spine. So you guys probably heard Annie say, for her it's like petting herself. So I got to tell you a little story. There's a short on YouTube by a guy who has kind of tamed a little squirrel from his backyard. And they're getting to be on a first name basis, right? And he takes little almonds and little peanuts and things, and he feeds the squirrel by hand. And the squirrel's gotten used to him and trusts him and comes up and takes it by hand. So the video he made was the first time he tried to touch the squirrel. And he feeds him a little, I don't know, peanut or something, right? And then he reaches up and he scritches the top of his head. And the squirrel looks kind of shocked, right? But he doesn't do anything. He doesn't pull away. And so he kind of scritches the top of his head, and then he scritches his cheeks, and then he scritches his neck. And the squirrel's like, hey, this is kind of nice. And so the guy then stops and pulls his hand away, and the squirrel reaches forward and grabs his hand and pulls it back up to his head. Getting petted is a really good thing. Even squirrels know that. Okay, since this is a teaching day, you've got 7 chakras along the spine. Crown chakra, third eye, throat, heart, our dantian right at the navel, second chakra, and the perineum. The chakras open toward the back. So one way it's usually pictured is it's like a funnel. Well, the top of the head's kind of toward the top of the head, but all the rest are toward the back. Perineum is toward the ground. They open up like funnels from the back. And you can breathe in and out of those funnels. So one of the things you can do when we do these, gather and breathe in, gather at the top and breathe into the crown chakra. But what I want you to do when you do this is watch that and see what color the energy is. All right? And then for the third eye, the throat, and so on, all the way down. Breathe it in. Lower it to the dantian. Breathe it out. All right? Third eye. Throat. Heart, dantian, second, root. So we'll do this for a couple weeks, and you can play around with different colors. There are colors associated with each of the chakras, but I don't want to say it has to be that color. It doesn't. Just see what's happening with you. Another thing you can check is the temperature of the energy coming in. Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it brisk? Does it make you go to sleep? All right? What is going on with that? Bring it into the body, sink it into the dantian, let it fill the body, and then blow it back out again. Okay. Okay, if you're going to stay for Tai Chi, give me 15 minutes. So let's start the class at 1/4 past the hour. Right? 1/4 past the hour. We'll see you then. Ciao.